Lee, this is some machine, isn't it? Not just a machine, the whole cell. What's the reason behind buying this?
Well, that's a good question. Several reasons. We wanted to make full use of out of hours, keep the spindle time throughout the day, and create more production capacity, because trying to get skilled staff is more and more difficult these days.
Has it achieved it? I normally ask that question at the end, but I'm going to ask it at the start.
Yes, it has. We had a suite of a few parts, not massive quantities, fairly small quantities, but regular parts that we have achieved producing through the night, and it's really been really good for us.
So the reason behind the automation then, primarily you're looking to keep that spindle going, aren't you? Have you got a problem with finding the right staff, or not finding the right staff, but finding people?
That is a problem. Trying to get the really good skilled staff is quite a problem, yes.
Yeah. Now this automation system, the Erowa here, you've got different jobs on there. Is that part of your mantra too, to be able to run this machine, not on, always the same part, but be able to run it unmanned overnight on different parts?
Yes, it is, but there are some parts that don't run through the night particularly well, that need a lot of operator input. And that's what we're doing on other machines, but this has been purchased to run those parts that can be run through the night unmanned.
Okay, now with this system as well, there are often two options I find within automation. There's either buy a completely integrated cell,
yes,
which comes from a manufacturer, or buy one like this where, in a sense, they are detached and you can move the automation that you've got. Why did you pick the latter?
Well, yeah, you're right. There are two separate parts to this. There's the milling machine, and then there's the automation bolt-on. So the beauty is if we had a change of parts or requirements in the future, we could move that onto a new machine and buy a smaller pallet, more quantity of pallets, or bigger pallets, larger quantity of pallets. So there is a bit of flexibility in this option.
And do you find that flexibility is everything in business these days? Because, you wouldn't have known 18 months ago what was coming around the corner. We're working in the medical sector, and you don't know what's coming in a year's time, do you? So you need to be able to adapt quickly.
Absolutely. In fact, the old owner of Metalite used to buy a machine based on a price, never tick any of the options, because they didn't need them at the time. And we found that when I bought the business 15 years ago, that we bought machines without some of the options ticked, and that was a disadvantage then later. So making sure you get all the right options, not just for the job you're doing now, but to future-proof it, is really important. And I think we've ticked pretty much every option on this to make it future-proof.
What about ETG and the partnership that they have with the Erowa and this system here, and with yourselves? That must have played a part as well.
We've dealt with ETG and Bridgeport prior to that for about, since I've been here, 15 years. And I quite like dealing with them. They're just a nice outfit to deal with. And obviously we've kept going back to them, so they must be doing something right.
And it's not your first QUASER, is it, as well? What would you say about the quality of, let's take the automation out of this. What about the quality of this, as you call it, milling machine here, albeit 5-axis?
Well, we're producing parts to about 10 micron on that machine, and through the night as well, unmanned. So that tells you the accuracy. The machine behind you is a QUASER, and that's about 10 years old, give or take. And again, that's still producing without any problems.
Right, okay, that's pretty tight tolerances.
Yeah.
And the materials that you're cutting as well, because you are working in the medical sector, aren't you? Tell me about some of the applications that you're putting through this that demand those tight tolerances.
Actually, the part that is 10 microns isn't medical, but we are producing parts with 10 micron. The medical are quite pretty tight as well.
Okay, and do you envisage more cells like this in your company going forward? You've got lots of VMCs here, and we all know, doesn't matter how good a quality the VMC is, that spindle is not going to run 18, 90, spindle times low. Yeah. So are you going to adapt those, or are you going to add to those in order to up that spindle time?
Well, we've already bought another machine off ETG, a 3-axis mill with a bolt-on Erowa pallet loader. So that's coming September.
Okay, so you are adding automation to VMCs now?
Yes.
Right, interesting. Look forward to coming back to see that one.
Be good to see you again.
Overall, from yourself though, to summarise, very happy with what you have here, and it was the right decision for you at Metalite to go for that flexibility.
Right decision, and that's why we bought another machine off them.